Hey friends, welcome. Glad to have you here. Hey, welcome everyone. My name is Alan Lee with Honestly Handyman Services, and I'm a little bit late tonight. It is 6:33, so I'm only 3 minutes behind. I want to welcome everyone that is tuning in here. I really appreciate it. Again, my name is Alan Lee with Honestly Handyman Services. I have a YouTube channel just kind of devoted to handymen and people that are interested in kind of working on things. So my mission is to kind of bring the handyman life to kind of the commonplace so that people can more understand what goes on, and also helping people start up a handyman business or anything like that. So I would love it if you guys introduce yourself and just let me know who you are and where you're from. I would love to get to know you and hear a little bit about your story. Whether you have a handyman business or whether you are looking to get started with one. I already got a few comments coming in here. Pete the Handyman, welcome, man. I really appreciate you being here. I do have my water. I know last time, man, I was really choking up. I got a light going on right here. I got my Rover, got the 9 amp hour battery all charged up on it, so we're good to go there. I know we got Indiana Handyman here. We got Darren. Welcome, guys. We got Steve Pippin. Hey man, thanks. Steve says he loves my channel. I really appreciate it. I'm going to start a Facebook Live here on the mastermind group to try and get some people over here so they know that we're doing this. So I'm going to get that started. I'm going to be talking with both y'all, but I'm going to be going to this YouTube channel is going to be the one that I go to. This is just kind of to inform them, let them know that we're over here. So once we get that going, we're going to be talking to them. So again, introduce yourself. Let me know what's up. Let me know how you're doing tonight, what you've been working on. Hey, Facebook, we are here live on YouTube. If you could see my little camera here, my computer here, we are live on YouTube. We got a bunch of people joining in. So if you guys are available right now, jump on over to the Honestly Handyman YouTube page. Join us on YouTube. We are going to be having a blast tonight. It's going to be like an open mic night where you can ask me any question you want regarding handyman jobs. I got a few guys right now that have sent me emails, so I'm going to be addressing those emails and talking about their questions that they have as well tonight. So if you guys have any questions for me, feel free to ask me them. I'm also going to be answering the questions that I got from those emails as well. Jump on over to YouTube. I got a live video going on right now. Every Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, we meet here on YouTube. So we have Rich Alexa, welcome man from Alaska. We got Mr. Sawdust, Johnny here from Casa Grande, Arizona. Indiana Handyman, he says he is not yet a full-time handyman, but can't wait till I do. Man, dude, that is exciting, Indiana Handyman. What do you do right now full-time? I would love to hear it. What do you do for work, and do you do the handyman business on the side? We got Robert Carey in the house, man. Welcome. So if you guys are over here on Facebook Live, jump on over to the Honestly Handyman YouTube. We have the live video going on right now, which is every Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'd love for y'all to join in. Ask me any question you want regarding starting a handyman business or anything like that. So let's see. We got David Dillon. He says, "Hey Lee, hope you're having a wonderful night. How is the little one?" Dude, David, my daughter is doing amazing. I actually created my newest vlog, has her in it. Super excited to release that. Something happened with the audio of that vlog, but I'm trying to fix it. That's going to be posted like next Friday, I think, or in 2 Mondays or so. But I got to fix that audio. I got to figure out how to fix that audio. But I'm excited for that one. Hey, how are you guys liking the vlogs? I mean, I've been doing the vlogs and pretty excited about it. Over here on Facebook Live, we got Zach Davies from PA, and then we got Clement Gilbert. Double team, Facebook and YouTube. Yeah. You guys are on Facebook and YouTube at the same time, man. That's exciting. I wonder if they sync up or if there's like a little bit of a delay. I know on my YouTube there's a little bit of the delay, like it's not live. It's like a few seconds behind. I don't know if Facebook is as well, but welcome everyone. Super excited for you to be here. But I'm going to be ending this Facebook Live here in a few minutes and jumping over to this YouTube. So if you guys are over here, join the YouTube Live right now. So let's see, we got, let's see here. So my daughter's doing great. David, thanks for asking. Alan, I usually do carpentry, drywall, etc., but I did a dryer vent cleaning yesterday, and that thing works great. Hey, JN, that is super exciting, man. Super excited to hear that you did a dryer vent cleaning and you used that tool that we discussed. Hope you watched my video of how not to clean a dryer vent, because you don't want that to happen. Let's see over here. We got Playman Petkov. Hey, Alan, Playman from Ann Arbor. Hey, welcome, man. Welcome. Let's see. So Clemic says there's a delay. Okay. Hey, if you guys are over here on Facebook, join the YouTube. We're going to be ending this here shortly. Let's see. So I got a few people that love the vlogs. Man, I'm excited about that because I love the vlogs too, man. I've been having so much fun with those things. Like, it's really fun. I enjoy it. I got a few. I recorded the last 2 days. I recorded 2 new vlogs, and they're going to be coming out next week and then the week after. Super excited about them. I had a lot of fun filming them. Pretty exciting. I'm actually going to get a new camera rig, so it's going to make the vlogs a lot better. There is one vlog that the audio is just jacked up on. I got to fix that, or it's going to be horrible. So we'll see how that goes. I really appreciate you guys watching the vlogs. I appreciate that. So let's see here. Oh, Indiana handyman, you're a coal miner, dude. That's awesome. So you're a coal miner and you do handyman work on the side. That's pretty exciting. How long have you been coal mining? I mean, that's very interesting to hear. David Dillon is a commercial plumber, part-time handyman. Hey, man, that's awesome, dude. So you do commercial plumbing for, like, you work for someone, and then you do handyman part-time. That's super exciting. Hey, we got Robert Carey over here, and over here, we got 2 Robert Careys. What's up, man? Hey, welcome, man. Dude, it's like you're both places at once. Let's see here. We got Surge in the house. I made it on time. Best reality show, hands down, man. Welcome. This is like MTV Cribs. Like, you're in not really, but yeah, you're in my crib, whatever. Best reality show, hands down. Hello from Tennessee. We love your videos and we learn a lot from you. Steve Cooper, thank you so much, man. I learn a lot from you guys and your feedback. Every video you watch, you guys, I would appreciate you guys commenting on it. Even if it's just like saying, hey, that video kind of sucked, or that video was great. I would love to hear it, because the feedback is really what helps. Like, I hate just making videos and then like no one comments on them, because I want to hear like what you guys like, what you guys don't like, maybe even how your day's going, something that's not even related to the video. I would love to hear it. So any video you guys watch, please feel free to comment on the video. Let's see here. So man, I'm pretty backed up on these comments here. So we got David Dillon says, I love the vlogs, by the way, man. Dude, I appreciate that. I like that name too, vlog. Isn't it just fun to say, the vlog? I have fun with the vlogs. It is a blast. Enjoyed your last one with your mentor. Yeah, Mr. Sawdust, I enjoyed that one too. Patrick is such an awesome guy. Such a great, I loved being able to bring him on the YouTube channel. Really great that he was gracious to come on there and talk with you guys. I think that was great. Let's see here. Only saw your first vlog. Really liked the concept and job. Sorry, vlog. Yeah, yeah, Zach. It's not a vlog. It's a vlog. I'm coining my own term. I don't know why, but anyways, we're gonna end this Facebook Live here just so my phone doesn't crap out. And I got some other emails that I want to read on my cell phone. So I'm going to end the Facebook Live on the Mastermind group. If you're on the Mastermind group and want to keep tuning in, join on my YouTube channel, on YouTube Live. We'll see you all there. But I'm going to end this live video here. So let's see here. We got... Again, introduce yourself. It's playing here. Let me know how you're doing tonight. Okay, there we go. There's the videos done. Yeah, vlog. That's what it's called. So Nathan Bowers says, Lee, I went from 5 years on Yelp, or 5 on Yelp to 11th on Yelp listing after being contracted for an ad. Are they related? Nate Clayton from North Carolina. So he's got a question about Yelp. He was rated number 5 on Yelp, and then he went to number 11 on Yelp after Yelp listing after being contacted for an ad. So Nathan, I have heard that they do some sketchy things. I'm not saying they do. I don't know. But I have heard if some people that work there, if you kind of, float them the wrong way, that they will kind of screw you. I don't know if it's true or not, but whenever someone calls me, I always I kind of beat around the bush a little bit. I say, no, I'm not interested at this time, but call me again in 3 months. I always try and keep them going because really Yelp has helped me out a lot. I mean, I advertised with them for 3 months when I first started my business, and it really got me to where I am today. One of the things that got me to where I am today. So I wouldn't talk anything bad about Yelp, but I wouldn't necessarily talk bad to them at their face because they have a lot of power. I don't know. I just would be careful when you're denying Yelp. What was your biggest paying job? Gil Lynn, what was my biggest paying job? My biggest paying job, let's see. So here in California, I can only do jobs that total no more than $500 per project. So that entails certain projects are installing a ceiling fan in this room is one project. Installing a kitchen faucet in this room is another project, and smoke alarms another project, this and that. So I can't do bathroom remodels or things like that. But my biggest paying day was probably, I think it was $1,500 in one day. And then I've had a few that were just a little bit lower. I think this lady, it was an insurance job. So the insurance, she had this stove fire, and the insurance. But so one thing, the insurance already said, we want to pay you this much money for these specific items. And then she had me do a bunch of other stuff in her house as well. So it was so the amount that they were paying was more than I would have charged for that job, but it was under $500 per project. So she's like, yeah, just charge me what they're going to pay me, we ended up, that was a really good job. Let's see. Bill Dotson says, just checking in and saying howdy. Nathan asks a great question. Yeah, that's a great question about Yelp. So Jeff K says, Nathan, he thinks it's related. Similar thing happened to me. I've heard it before, guys. I've heard that Yelp does that they kind of play the wrong game. But I don't know. I don't know for sure. But it definitely could be related, but it could not be. I don't know. So let's get back. So Indiana Handyman says he's been a coal miner for about 10 years, but I get 14 days off a month, so I can be a handyman on the side, no problem. Dude, that's awesome. You get 14 days off a month, but I bet you work your butt off those other days you're working, huh? Robert Carey says, Nathan, yes, Yelp ads caused my organic leads to stop for a few days until I canceled them. Yeah, Yelp can do some crazy things. So Gil asks, did you make your t-shirts yet? I have them in the works right now, and I'm so excited about it. I can't wait to release them. I'm going to be making a video releasing them not this week, but next week. So probably next Wednesday or Friday, I'll be releasing a video. And it's going to be a video because if you guys don't know, I'm about to hit 5,000 subscribers. We are about to hit 5,000 subscribers. I could not have done this without you guys. This is a huge accomplishment for us. This is so amazing. I can't believe it. But I'm going to make a whole video dedicated to that. And I'm going to be talking about those t-shirts, and I'm going to be giving some away. So you're going to be wanting to watch that video. So stay tuned for a video that's something about 5K or 5,000 subscribers, because there's going to be a chance to win some t-shirts. Not these t-shirts. I'm making some special t-shirts specifically for the Handyman Journey. Super excited about that. If you want to know what the designs look like and what kind of designs I'm toying around with, watch the last vlog video, which was posted on Monday. Yeah, just 2 days ago. Pretty excited about that. So excited. They're in the works right now. And so I'm going to be offering them, there's going to be a chance to win some of these t-shirts. And then I'm also going to be selling these t-shirts. So if you want to buy some, you definitely can as well. Excited about that because these t-shirts are sick. I'm super excited about that. So great question, Gil. So let's see. Jeff K says, good evening, everyone. I'm beginning to look forward to this each week. Good job. Hey, man, Jeff, I appreciate you tuning in. I look forward to it as well. It's kind of a time to, kind of chat with each other and kind of see where each other's at. Rich Alaska searching for signal says exactly why I don't use Yelp. Yeah, I mean, it can be sketchy, you know. Russ Albright says, do you know how much your trailer weighs with all of your tools in it? I got it weighed. Well, I went to the dump, one dump like out in Sacramento County that has a scale. So I got it weighed. I don't remember exactly how much it weighs, but it's quite a bit. It's like pretty close to what the max of what my truck can weigh and pull. So I'm almost to the point where it's like I need a bigger truck. So I don't know exactly. I can't give you the exact numbers because I don't have the paper in front of me. But I did save it. It's in my truck. So maybe in one of these videos that I release, in one of these vlogs probably, I will talk about the weight of my trailer. That's a great question, Russ. I appreciate that. Ryan Pound says, getting ready to get into the handyman landscape business after a 17-year career as a Honda Master Tech. Ryan, dude, that's exciting, man. I was an auto mechanic as well. If you don't know my story, I shared in some of my YouTube videos. I was an auto mechanic, not quite for 17 years. I did it for, I was in a dealership for about a year, and then I worked in an independent auto shop, a few different independent auto shops. So I think total for auto mechanics, maybe 5 or 6 years. And then I worked at a farm for about 4 or 5 years as well, being the head mechanic there. But that's super exciting. This is a great thing to get into. And we're going to discuss some pretty cool things tonight. I'm going to answer some questions on some emails that I got regarding people that want to start a specific handyman business. So most likely, these people have these questions. You're most likely going to have these same questions. So I'm excited to answer these questions that I got from my email. So we're going to be getting into those here in a sec. G. Ray Brown says, just did my first 2 jobs today. The first one was a sorority, and I had to wait 14 days to be paid. And the second paid me through Joist credit card payment, and they don't pay for a day. So no money today. Oh, man, that sucks. Well, you know, you'll get paid tomorrow, right? Because it takes a day to get paid. But that's why, I mean, I only take cash or check. But that's super exciting, G. Ray Brown, that you did your first 2 handyman jobs. That's so exciting. He says, G. Ray Brown is getting a lot of leads from Home Advisor. I've never tried Home Advisor. I've heard some bad things about it, but there's bad things about everything, you know, so that's super exciting that it's working for you. So Darren says, are you going to ever plan a trip up to Canada? Darren, I will plan a trip up to Canada eventually. Not anytime soon, but it would be fun, man. I would love it. It'd be great. So when I go there, you will know about it. Hey, whenever I go to, so I travel to certain places like about once a month, once every month and a half. And I always post about it in the Handyman Journey Mastermind group and tell you guys where I'm going to be. I'm actually going to Los Angeles, California tomorrow, flying out tomorrow. I will be there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'm flying home on Sunday. So if you guys are in the LA area, hit me up. There's my email address is in the description below of this video. I would love to connect with you while I'm there. Let's see here. Mr. Sawdust says, Alan, what is the population of the area you serve? The town that I live in has a population of about 50,000 people. So my town that I live in has 88,000 people. And then I work in predominantly 4 other towns around me that are, I don't know how big those are. Let's see. So, hold on, I'm typing that in. So let's see, I work in Rockland. So Rockland has 62,000 people. Let's see, and then I work in like Lincoln. Lincoln has 47,000 people. Let's see what Roseville has. So Roseville has 132,000 people. So I have a pretty good marketing pool that I market to. Those are kind of all people that I kind of hit up. Yeah, but my town that I live in has 88,000. Does Wave Apps charge you to use their card paying options? Nathan, yes, Wave Apps does charge you to use their card payment options. I don't know how much they charge. I've never used that. Again, I accept cash or check, but I know they do have it. So you can check that out, reach out to them and ask them. Darren says, the population of his town in Canada is over 550,000. Wow, that's a lot of people. That's a lot of customers. 550,000. So gotta stay hydrated. Hey, look at this sticker I got. There's an old sticker though. It says always on the job safely. HD supply. Let's see here. Chris Hayes says the city I live in is over 640,000, and the metro is 1.3 to 1.4 million. Holy cow, that's a lot of people. Mr. Sada says you're a rookie. LOL. I've turned wrenches for 30 years. Yeah, man, I didn't do it very long. I'll give you that. G. Ray Brown says home advisor is $45 a month for the first 3 months. Dude, that's pretty good because Yelp is like $300 a month for whatever, $300 a month. So that's a pretty good deal. But I wonder, what does it go to after your first 3 months? So Frederick Jackson says, what are your thoughts on getting leads from Thumbtack? I think Thumbtack is a good thing to explore. I know a few guys who use it and have had success with it. I don't particularly like the things that you have to pay to get a lead. You have to pay per lead. I think that there's a lot better ways to get leads out there. I mean, for me, Yelp has been huge. I know for everyone, things work differently. But in my town and where I'm at and kind of my reviews and everything like that, Yelp has really turned out to be really well. Also, one of the best free ways to advertise, and I got tons of videos on this, on marketing and advertising, is one of the best ways to free advertise and market is to create a free Facebook page and Instagram page and post on those daily and then share those to your personal Facebook page. That's the biggest, because when you share a post or when you're posting daily, people are going to know that you are a handyman and you are legit because you're posting daily, right? And you're also going to want to refer them to your website, which we talked about this a few weeks ago in the live video. You want to create a marketing funnel. And if you guys don't know what that is, go back a few weeks, watch that marketing live video. We talked about some great stuff. And then, because when you post something and share it to your personal page, say your mom or your uncle or your aunt is going to share that to their friends as well. And who knows, their friend might be like, oh, I was looking for a handyman. So that's the best way to do it, for sure. Best way to do it for free. Let's see, how long... So Frederick Jackson says, how long should I wait before legitimizing my business? I would say right away, Frederick. Legitimize your business right away, because if you're not into it, I always say you got to go balls to the wall. Like, if you're not ready to go balls to the wall, like, subconsciously, you're not going to ever be ready. Like, you need to make that choice before you actually maybe have the clients lined up, because once you make that choice, you have to move to that choice. So I would just say do it, man. Go for it. So Rich, Searcher for Signal says Square is a good thing for taking credit cards. 2.9% fee, good by me. Yeah, man, that works too. Square is a great way to accept credit cards. Robert Carey says, hey, Alan, how far are you willing to drive for work? I drive about 20-25 miles for work. Lately, I haven't really been having to drive that far at all. It's been pretty nice. So about 20 to 25 miles from where I live. Serge says, if you were to upgrade your truck within 6 to 12 months, what brand? Dude, for sure, F-150. I would get an EcoBoost F-150. I really love Ford. I'm a Ford guy. But if I needed a big truck, I would get the 6-7 liter diesel Ford. I don't need something that big. I just need to tow around my trailer. So I would get an EcoBoost F-150. But that's definitely by far what I would get. I wouldn't get anything else. That's what I would get. Frederick Jackson says, what advice do you have for scaling your business when you're just starting out? Dude, these are some awesome questions. I really appreciate all these questions, you guys. As far as scaling your business when you first start out, is you got to set up a good... the marketing funnel is huge. And once you get that, and then once you get people recommending you and reviewing you, your business is just going to take off. And it's going to be like, whoa, what just happened? So the best thing is to really focus on your marketing daily marketing. And that's through the Facebook, Instagram, and then being on Yelp and Google. You got to be every single place. Be everywhere. So wherever customers are, you're there saying, hey, I'm your handyman. That's how you do it when you first start out. Robert Carey says, thumbtacks used to be great, but they changed it. G. Ray Brown says, a customer care person called me today. I asked her about money after 3 months. She said she could not say that it could go down and that they get tons of leads but not enough handymen. Well, that's interesting. So he's talking about Home Advisor, and he asked the lady that, you know, because it's $45 a month for the first 3 months. He asked her what happens after 3 months, and she said, well, I can't tell you that. It could go up, it could go down. We do get a lot of leads, but not enough for handymen. So that's interesting. That's Home Advisor. And that's from G. Ray Brown. Gianna says, I live in New York, and I am now starting my handyman business with around 9 million people around. Hopefully it'll go well. Dude, that's exciting. Super excited for you. Welcome to the Handyman Club. Super excited. Darren says, quick question, work-related. I have to paint, let's see where to go. I have to paint 10 lintels above some windows, and they are slightly rusted. Any suggestions on what I can do to prevent future rust from occurring? And then G. Ray Brown says, he says, to pay for your square, you could add 2.9% fee to each job. Let's see here. So, Darren, that's a great question. I would post that question in the Handyman Mastermind group. If you're not in the Mastermind group, join it. The link's in the description below. Join it. Ask that question with some pictures. There are a bunch of guys in that group that could answer that question. But for me, I don't think I have your answer. But I know some guys that will definitely answer that question for you in the Mastermind group. So I would, sorry I can't answer that question for you, but I would send you over to that Mastermind group. Rich says, way I look at it, I'm retired from employee work. Now I have a hobby that I charge customers for. Dude, that's exciting. So true. I love it. This is a hobby. Like, I love this stuff. And I really love just being able to share it with you guys. Like, that's what I love about this vlog, this new vlog. Like, oh man, so excited about it. Rich says he has an EcoBoost F-150 too. It is nice. 6.7 will be nice. So, dude, that's exciting that you got an EcoBoost. That's what I want to get. I love your truck, by the way. I see pictures of it. It's sweet. Do customers ever ask you to break down your pricing? And if so, how do you approach that? So, Michael Meadows says, do customers ever ask me to break my pricing down? And if so, how do you approach that? So I do break down my pricing just by the project and also by the materials. I do that in every estimate, and that way people can kind of pick or choose. Let's see here. Let me try and show you this without getting his name or address in there. But you can see, so I don't know can you guys see that? So this is like Joist app, right? And I don't think there's any confidential information on there, right? And this is kind of how I break the jobs down. So each line item, it'll say like remove front door stapled on door sweep and install new sweep. And then so that's one line, and I'll have a price for that. And then the next line will be the materials needed for that. And then the next line will be, replace screw-on bottom door weather stripping on garage door. On door to garage, and then below that will be the materials for that. So that's kind of how I break down my jobs. I hope that makes sense to you. I don't think you guys could see that very good, so sorry about that. Let's see. Darren says, I own an F-150 2.7 liter V6 turbo, and let me say it's by far the best truck on the market. Hauls ass and drives like a caddy. Dude, Darren, I like you even more, man. That's exciting. That's exactly what I want to get right there. Love it, love it, love it. I think Ford makes a great quality product, so absolutely love it. G. Ray Brown says, so how do you let someone know that you do not want to do a job after going on the initial estimate? I don't want him to give me a bad rating. Dude, G. Ray Brown, I feel you, man. I feel you, dude. That's the worst thing. But I've done that a few times. Like, there's been some bad customers that I've had. Maybe I need to make a video about that, but where I go out and give them an estimate and it just something about it just rubs me the wrong way, or the work I can't do. And you just got to be upfront with them. I've gotten a lot more comfortable with it now, but I remember my first one, when I came back from one of my first estimates where someone was just completely nuts, and I didn't want to work with them, but I didn't know how to tell them that. I called up Patrick, the guy, my mentor, on the vlog on Monday, and I'm like, hey Patrick, what do I do about this lady? How do I tell her I can't work for her? And he's like, you just got to call her and tell her. Just be like, hey, I reviewed the work that you have, and unfortunately, I do not think we're going to be able to work together. And I was so nervous. I called her up, and I told her exactly that, like word for word what Patrick told me. And she said, okay, I understand. Have a great day. And she was completely fine. I was blown away. I thought she was going to go nuts on me. But so you just gotta be upfront with people and tell them, And if you guys can, like this video real quick. Just give it a thumbs up. If you've already liked it, don't like it again because it'll dislike it. But if you haven't liked it yet, give it a like. I would appreciate it. It would help things out a lot. Frederick Jackson says, thanks for answering all my questions. Dude, you're welcome, man. That's what I'm here for. Pete the Handyman says, go to Sherwin-Williams, and they will get you the right product for the rust. Oh, so he's answering... so Pete is answering Darren. Pete's a good guy to talk to about painting, so that's great. Go to Sherwin-Williams. That's a really good way. Let's see here. Indiana Handyman says, what do you feel about handyman associations? I don't know. I don't know about associations that you got to pay to get into. I don't know. I don't know if they're worth it. There's a handyman association here in California that is trying to lobby to get the handyman limit raised above 500. But I don't know. I haven't really looked into them much, so I couldn't really talk into that very much. Let's see. Darren says, thanks, Pete. Michael Meadows says, perfect, man. That's what I was wondering about. Because say you add additional money on top of materials as a cushion, and then they wanted you to break it down with labor cost. I just wonder. Thank you. Yeah, man. So that's true. And always so my labor line will have whatever I charge for that labor, and then below that my materials cost. So say the materials cost $25. I always mark it up a little bit. I don't have a certain percentage that I mark it up, although I should. There are a lot of people that have, they mark it up a certain 10%, 15%. Whatever that percentage is, I always mark it up a little bit. So if it's $25, I usually, write $35 or $40 or whatever seems appropriate for the amount of price that I'm asking. Let's see. And then Darren says, I don't think it's fair that a customer asks you to break down every little thing and find out exactly how much you're making, etc. Customers like that usually want to pay next to nothing. So true, Darren. I've had one guy send him an estimate, and he's like, so if I'm looking at this right, you're going to be making about $150 an hour. Is that right? And I'm like, well, not quite, because he had already figured in his mind that it was going to take me about this long to do the job. And I'm like, well, there's way more into this pricing. But I didn't explain it to him. I'm like, okay, well, it sounds like we're not going to be able to work together. Because people don't need to know this, and in the end of the day, you do need to make a profit for sure. But yes, those people are just looking to pay next to nothing. You're totally right, Darren. Man, I'm getting behind here. So let's see here. Nate Yanez says, what's up, Lee? What's up, man? Pete says, I have to explain to customers that I don't have a crew to do large projects. Yeah, man, totally. We don't have a crew. We're working by ourselves, for sure. G. Ray Brown asks or says, my next job that I won, I let them know I charge $115 per hour, and I will be going Tuesday to do my first 8 hours, tear out shelves in laundry room, some baseboards. Dude, that's exciting. That's great, man. Frederick says, one last question. Dude, you can ask me as many questions as you want. He says, do you offer one-on-one mentoring? Yes, I do. Feel free to send me an email at handymanjourney@gmail.com. and I would love to get you set up with that one-on-one mentoring. But I do offer that. Would love to chat with you. Would love to chat with anyone who wants to chat. G. Ray Brown says, I also let her know that I get $100 per fan. She has a lot of work that I will get when I show her what I can do. Dude, that's exciting. That's great. Just show them what's up, man. Joshua says, what's up? What's up, man? How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Darren says, no one ever considers wear and tear on tools, vehicle, gas, insurance, and overhead expenses that come with running a business. All they see is how much you make and instantly think it's too much. Dude, so true. There's so much that goes into this business, like your truck, your trailer, your tools, your insurance, your t-shirts, your clothing, your shoes, like there's so much that goes into this that people don't even think about. I mean, there's a lot of expenses just beyond showing up with a screwdriver and a hammer and doing a job. Like there's so much, it's so much more involved, so much more involved. So, Joshua says, what program do you use, if any, to create Blue Sprint? What is Blue Sprint? Dude, G. Ray Brown, I thank you for saying thank you. I appreciate you guys watching these videos. It's an honor to make them. I'm going to get into this email that I got a little bit earlier. It's from a guy named Doug. I'm not going to share too much of his info, but I do want to ask you or answer the questions live here on YouTube. So he is finally getting his ducks in a row. He's about to start a handyman service. He has worked for the past 30 years in accounting, but his passion has always been woodworking and repairing things. Thank you for taking the time to post all your videos. They have been an inspiration to me and have given me the courage to finally pull the trigger. So exciting to hear, man. I do have a couple of questions, if you don't mind. I do not mind. Ask away. Here we go. How do you do your daily scheduling? So that's very important. So for me personally, what works and I've made tons of videos on this scheduling topic before. So if you guys want more information on that, definitely check out my other YouTube videos. You could probably be watching this YouTube channel for days. I mean, I got so much stuff. It's pretty exciting. I just have fun with it. So for me personally, what works for me is I work 4 days out of the week. I do an estimate day, 1 day out of every week. So 1 day a week, I do no work and I just estimate. So I go around, I usually have like 8 estimation appointments set up, go out, take a look at the jobs, write up estimates, and then send it to them, and then, book the jobs for later down the road. That's how I do my scheduling. So, say someone confirms an estimate, I'll say, okay, my next availability is September 20th, at 8 a.m. Will that work for you? They say, yeah. And then so we set that up for September 20th at 8 a.m. And then his next question is, do you book appointments back to back, or do you allow for extra time just in case a job takes longer than anticipated? And if a job does take longer, how do you handle your next appointments? So typically on jobs that are, you kind of can judge how long a job will take. So like a ceiling fan, for me, I can get a ceiling fan done in about 30 minutes. There is sometimes some unknown things that go on. Sometimes you pull it down and realize that the box is not a fan rated box, and you got, things get changed. And if that does happen, so like say I scheduled 2 jobs in 1 day, right? They were kind of smallish jobs, schedule them. And the first job, I'm like an hour away from my next job, but I'm only like halfway done with this job. I will call this person and be like, hey, I'm just want to let you know that I'm kind of caught up in my last job. And, I will get to, I will let you know once I am closer to finishing this job, and I will be coming there as soon as possible. Typically that doesn't happen because I leave a lot of time between the jobs just in case that happens, a lot of downtime. I really value my time with my family, so I like coming home a lot in the middle of the day and spending time with them as well. Let's see here. So the next question is, when do you buy supplies? Do you do it at the start of each day for the day's job? So yes, that's exactly what I do. So say I have a job that starts at 8 a.m. replacing a kitchen faucet for a lady. She wanted me to pick up the kitchen faucet. I will go to Home Depot at like 7:30, pick up the kitchen faucet, and then take it to her house and install it. So typically, yes, I buy all the materials that day. And then his next question is, which I think is a very important question. I think a lot of people have this question, is what do you do for healthcare insurance? It seems to be one of the biggest issues for me. Thanks for your time. Such a big question, man. What do I do for health insurance? I do not have my wallet. I don't know where my wallet went. But anyways, so I have Liberty Health Shares. That's what I use. It's a Christian healthcare ministry. So it's not insurance. Some people have said it's not insurance, it's assurance, which is kind of corny, but so and the way it works is it's completely cash. So whenever I go to the doctor, I pay them cash. So say I go to the doctors, they say, okay, Alan, to do this checkup, it's going to be $100. I pay them $100 cash. With Liberty, I have a $500 a year deductible. So once I reach that $500 per year, so say I go to the doctor 6 times, right? And the first 5 times I paid them 100 times each, right? So that now I've reached $500 in 1 year. So the 6th time I still pay them $100 cash, but I submit that $100 cash with the receipt to Liberty Health Shares, and then they work in their system. They send it to someone else, and say like Joe Schmo in Alabama, he gets my name for the month, and he sends his $100 share directly to me. So he's paying me instead of an insurance company covering my bill. So I really like it a lot better than insurance. I think it's a lot more legit, and that's kind of the way things should work. I don't really like insurance. But yeah, those are his questions. Super great questions. I think a lot of people probably have the same questions, so I hope that was informative for you. Let's see here. They're like, you told me this job you will take 3 hours and you're charging $150 an hour. Yeah, man, some people are crazy for sure. Robert Carey says, do you have a helper? If so, at what point did you know you'd have the volume to help another person or to keep another person busy? Robert Carey, that's a great question. I have a guy that he works with me as an independent contractor. He worked with me last summer. He's going to start working with me here pretty shortly. And the way that it works out, so he's an independent contractor, so he's not on payroll or anything like that. It's like the requirements for that is he has to have his own general liability insurance and his own tools. So it's pretty cool because so basically like if he's working for me and I have a job that I sold that's like replace 2 ceiling fans and a kitchen faucet, I will just give him that RO or that estimate and be like, hey, contact this person, set the work up and do it, So he goes and he does that work and say the estimate totaled, man, I'm not good at math. So I'm not going to give exact numbers. But anyway, so we have it set up where he gets 40% of the profits, I get 60% of the profits. And we've set it up that way because I do all the acquisition, all the estimate, I get all the parts and materials and everything. He just goes and does the work. And so typically what he ends up making is somewhere around $40 to $50 per hour. It really depends on how quickly he works, really. And I've gone to jobs with him, kind of trained him, kind of the way that I work, and it's worked out great. So we're going to be starting that up here again in the near future. So I think that's cool because the pressure's not on me to keep enough work to keep an employee busy. Because I have to pay them, This guy, he's not an employee. He has his own insurance, everything like that. So he's not really affiliated with, honestly, Handyman at all. He's just an independent contractor that I contract out to do certain jobs. So I like that a lot better than having an employee, and that's been pretty cool. So let's see here. Rich says, do you charge for materials acquisition? I have that added into my materials cost is for picking up materials and things like that. Darren says I tend to buy materials the day before just in case the store doesn't have what I need. I have time to get items elsewhere. Darren, that's a good point. I have come to it a few times where they didn't have what I needed and I was kind of screwed. So that's definitely a good thing to do for sure. Brother Tex says, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, welcome, man. Michael Meadows says, how do you handle a situation that you have bid low, but then once you get into it, you find out that it's far more complicated than you're going to need more money? Michael, I've been in that situation a time or two, especially when I first started out. You kind of just got to suck it up. I mean, you can go back and you can tell the people that, hey, I really underbid this job, and I would love the opportunity to re-estimate it. Some people are not going to go for that. Some people are going to say, well, you already gave me an estimate, do the work. Some people will work with you. Some people are nice like that. But for me, on the majority of the times, I've just eaten it, and I've taken it as kind of a learning experience for sure. Let's see. Robert Carey says, good practice, Darren. I've been burned trying to find things at the last minute. Yeah, Darren, that's a great way to do it, is get the stuff beforehand. Again, like this video. If you haven't liked it yet, we're still going to be answering some more questions. But if you've already liked this video, don't like it again because it will dislike it. But like this video, it helps it share with so many other people. Let's see here. So Darren says, Michael, I think before you get into a job, you should have some understanding of what is involved, and if something does come up that is totally unforeseen, that is acceptable to make the customer. Yeah, Darren, I think you're spot on with that. I appreciate that. Aware and tell them that it may be extra. I think, yeah, you're spot on, Darren. I think you're right. So Brother Tech says basically you subcontract him. Yeah, he's a subcontractor basically. Independent contractor that I just, contract out. So that's how me and him work. So yeah, it seems to work pretty good there. Just subcontracting him out rather than having him on payroll for sure. Let's see here. So I want to answer a few other questions. Handyman business. So if you guys have any more questions for me, feel free to ask them. Mr. Sada says, what are the average hours you work per day? I would say an average hours I work per day are probably 4 to 6 hours per day. Today I did a job that took me 30 minutes in the morning. Then I came home and had kind of an extended lunch with my wife and daughter. And then I went to a job that took me 3.5 hours. So today I only worked 4 hours. So sometimes longer than others, sometimes not. Let's see if I could find any of these things. I'm looking for more emails. Let's see here. Hey, Frederick, I just got your email, man. That's awesome, dude. Let's see. Yeah, man, I will definitely get back with you on this email, Frederick. I'm just reading it now. I will reply back once this live video is done. Let's see. So, I got a question here. Does the city require a business license to be a handyman? Do you need to be bonded or insured? This guy's in Visalia, Central California. I can't find the answer on the CSLB website. So here in California, you do need to have a business license in whatever city you're working in. You do not need to be bonded. Bonded is typically something that is for contractors, and here in California, it's only needed if you're a contractor. But you do need to be insured here in California. You need to have general liability insurance and a business license in whatever city you're working in. So those are the laws for here in California. They do vary from many places, for sure. Let's see. Here's another one. Let's see. Man, I have had so many people reach out to me. I really appreciate you guys reaching out to me. This has been awesome. I think you guys got some great questions and super exciting to talk with y'all. Let's see. Someone's got a Google Voice question. So yeah, setting up Google Voice, I got a video on that, but it is a little complicated to set up. So you can set up Google Voice where whenever someone calls you, when they call your handyman number, it'll show up on your phone as like you could make it say like handyman call or something, so it's a handyman call rather than a personal call. And basically what you do is in your phone contacts, you would just set up a contact for your Google Voice number. For mine, it's 542-1006, and you would name that contact like handyman call or handyman job or handyman work or handyman client, something like that. And that's how it would come up as handyman call on your phone. That's a great question that someone had on the email. Let's see here. Michael Meadows says, thanks, guys. I'm just getting started, so I really appreciate the advice. Dude, Michael, we appreciate you tuning in, man, and super excited that we could speak into your work. I think this is such a great thing. Insurance companies you guys suggest, please and thank all. Brother Tech, there's one, was it Next Insurance that I hear a lot of handyman use? It's kind of like nationwide. Let's see. So WF Drum says, what's your highest profit job that you do? I would say my highest profit job, I would say installing ceiling fans. Installing ceiling fans are very profitable. I charge $150 for a ceiling fan install, and it takes me 20 to 30 minutes. So I feel like that's a really good profit, especially if you have someone that needs like 4 ceiling fans installed, or you could do a crap load of ceiling fans in one day. I also think doing dryer vent cleanings is pretty profitable. I have a video on the 10 most profitable handyman jobs that you can check out as well. So let's see. Darren says insurance is a killer. Brother Tech in Florida, you need L&I. Let's see. Michael Meadows, do you get a lot of customers that want you to work on Saturdays? I've had a few people that ask me if I work on Saturdays, and it's a strict no. I don't work on Saturdays. I work Monday through Friday, and during the working hours, so 8 to 5. I'm pretty strict on that, especially now that I have a daughter. I try and stick to that because I need to be home for my family for sure. So, do you have a local number local to your area from Google Voice? Yes. So I have a local number. I have a 916. So it's 916-542-1006, and that's local to Sacramento. The area code here is 916. But yeah, so yeah, that's my Google Voice number, and it's local, so pretty sweet. So Brother Tech says that he's starting his handyman business by the end of the month. Dude, that's exciting. So great. So great that you are starting that. I think it's such a great journey. Super excited. And I would hope that you would share, kind of your experiences and what you got going on as well. Let's see. Darren says, I only work Saturdays on occasion just because I like to have my weekends free to go out or hang out with friends. Darren, I'm with you. Brother Tech says it's a good video. Dude, I appreciate it. In Florida, you need license and insurance. Yes, man. So, yeah, you need that here as well. WF Drum says, do you ever do multiple day jobs, like big fencing jobs, for example? So, WF Drum, I do not. Here in California, I can only legally do up to $500 per project. So that means I can't do big fencing jobs. I can't do bathroom remodels. I can't do additions. I can't put a new roof on a house. So typically my jobs are a day or less. So I don't really have any jobs that take me multiple days at all. That's for me here in California. Darren says you should always control work. Never let work control you. So true, Darren. Those are some wise words. Jeff says, what are the benefits to using Google Voice? One benefit is you can shut it off. So like I'm going out of town tomorrow, and you can easily put it on Do Not Disturb. So that means any phone calls that come through to your Google Voice will go directly to voicemail. And so you're not bugged all the time by your phone ringing. And also, people don't have your personal phone number. My personal phone number is something that I save for personal stuff. And my business Google Voice number is completely free, so it's like, why not get it? And it's just way easier. I also like Google Voice because it has so the voicemail option. So when you get voicemails, they show up, and it actually what is it? transcribes them. So it'll tell a lot of things why I like Google Voice. And I have a video all about Google Voice and why you should use it for your handyman business. Check it out in my YouTube videos as well. Just type in Google Voice, search for it. WF Drum says, I'm just starting, so I work any day of the week. LOL, my days off are when I can't find work. So WF Drum, that's so true. And when you first start out, you got to work all the time. I mean, I did too. Work nights, weekends, everything. Whenever you can get a job, really. Indiana Handyman says, do you do emergency calls? I do not typically do emergency calls, although in the vlog that's going to be coming out here in a few weeks, I did one emergency call, and it didn't go very well. It affirms why I do estimations and I don't do emergency calls, so that was quite interesting to kind of see and live and show you guys in the vlog, so I'm excited to bring that to you guys. So Brother Tech says, hey, on the next live, I'll update y'all. Good night and God bless. God bless, man. Yeah, man, looking forward to an update next week. I would appreciate it. That'd be great. Jeff says, thank you. Michael Meadows says, could you structure a big job to be 3 small jobs? Say a project you would charge $1,500 to do, you structure 3 $500 jobs. Technically, in California, you cannot do that. See, technically, you could do anything if you want. You could do whatever you want. But legally, in California, you cannot do that. It says in the laws that you can't break up a bigger job to make it into smaller jobs. I don't have a need to do bigger jobs either. I mean, I make a really good profit doing what I do, and I'm not tied up on jobs that take multiple days. And I really, really love kind of the personality of the jobs that I get to do. So I'm going to be signing off here in a few minutes. I really appreciate y'all tuning in. I love talking with you guys. So send me an email at handymanjourney@gmail.com. I would love to chat with you a little bit more and hear a little bit about your guys' stories. Also, remember, every video that you guys watch of mine, just comment on it. Say, hey man, what's up? Or just let me know. Even tell me something about your week, something that's going on fun. Because I want to hear, when I make videos and like very few people comment, like it sucks. You know, I want to hear some feedback. So even if you don't like the video, comment on it. Be like, hey man, I didn't really like this video, but I like it when you do this, or something like that. Or just shout out, say, hey man, what's up? How's it going? You know, this week I got to work on this. You know, because I want to have a conversation with you guys. Like, I want to be your friend. You know, I feel like you guys are my friends. This is amazing. So whatever you guys watch a video of mine, just comment on it. Say, what's up, Alan? You know, like, let me know what you're working on. Let me know what you're struggling with. Let me know what you need help with. I would love to chat with you guys. So please do that. Do I ever get nervous doing quotes? I'll take this one last question. So I used to get really nervous doing quotes. Doing quotes was probably the most nerve-wracking things ever. But I have gotten a lot more confident, especially after figuring out what my hourly need is as a handyman. And that really comes through, I sat down and really figured out how I could come up with my hourly need so I could price correctly and really stand behind my price. So if anyone asked about my price, I knew that this price was fair for what I needed because it covered all my bases and included so much profit, this and that. I have a course that I've created on that pricing to figure out your pricing need as a handyman. It's at handymanjourney.com. You can check it out today. Actually, I don't have it on sale right now, but if you guys are interested in that as well, that really helps with just solidifying your estimation process and helping out with that. Let's see. Darren says, would you be open to possibly doing 2 live streams a week? Would love to see more. Dude, that's awesome that you would love to see more. I couldn't do it right now. Right now, I'm pretty booked solid with especially having a new baby. But maybe in the near future, I could do 2 lives a week. But yeah, so I thank y'all so much for tuning in. I appreciate y'all. I feel like we're friends. I thank y'all so much for tuning in and just watching all my videos. Super excited about this new vlog idea. And just a little bit of update again. I'm going to be in LA tomorrow. I'm flying out tomorrow and I'll be there till Sunday. So if you guys are in LA, Los Angeles, California, hit me up at handymanjourney@gmail.com. Also, I'm coming out with a 5,000 subscriber giveaway video, which I think will be next week. And I'm going to be giving away some sweet t-shirts. Not these t-shirts, but I made some cool t-shirts about the handyman journey. So super excited about that. So make sure you watch that video for a chance to win some t-shirts. Super excited about that, and that's going to be great. So AWF Drum, thanks. I really appreciate you liking these live chats. I really appreciate it. I love them too. They're so fun. Yeah, Pete, keep being handy, man. Thanks, man. Keep being handy, man. That is so awesome. Thanks for the advice, Lee. Appreciate it, man. Have a safe trip. Thanks, dude. Thanks. So Indiana Handyman asks, how do you exactly find your daily amount that you try to earn? That is through knowing your hourly need as a handyman. And I have that course, that Pricing 101 course on handymanjourney.com. Check it out right now. It's on sale. That course is killer. It takes people from like wanting to start a handyman business to know exactly how to do it and things like that. So check it out. But thank you all so much for tuning in. I appreciate y'all. Enjoy your night. Thanks for the stream. God bless you, brother. Good night. God bless you all. Have a great one. I got to get to my daughter and my wife. Have a great one, guys. Bye.